Howdy y'all. If your Polyend tracker jog wheel is doing this, then you have two options to fix it. Let's get into it. So this problem seems to only happen with the first version of the Polyend tracker, the one with the square buttons. If you have the one with the rounded corners, then you probably don't have to worry about it. It appears that Polyend's parts supplier had a bad batch of potentiometers, but Polyend has been really helpful about it. They sent me pictures and recommendations when I asked about replacing the pot myself. So props to them for being so wonderful. So like I said before, there are two ways to fix this problem. You can either open up the potentiometer and clean it, and there's already a video that shows you how to do this. I'll link to it in the description. Or you can replace it. And based on my experience and some other people's, cleaning it is only a temporary solution and the issue will quickly come back. So really it's best to just replace it. So here's everything you'll need. I'll put the links in the description. You'll need the potentiometer, a 1.3 millimeter Allen wrench, a soldering iron, a small Phillips screwdriver, and a flathead screwdriver. Some pliers of some sort, and I would say needle nose would probably be best. I would also recommend a desoldering pump. I didn't use one and I had a bad time, so I would definitely recommend having one. Alright, so first you're going to want to turn it off, obviously. And then get your Allen wrench and take off the jog wheel. There's a small hole in the side of it. And that'll be the part that you're replacing. Then you just need to flip it over and start taking out the screws. Once you're done with that, you can take the cover off, but be sure to take out the SD card before you do that because you might break it or something. And then there's a bunch of screws on this too that you need to take out, so just go ahead and get all those out. Luckily, they're different colors and size than the last screws, so you shouldn't have any problems getting them confused. Alright, so now you need to take the tape off of the display connector. There's this ribbon cable up top, and so you can see I'm peeling off the tape. But be sure to save the tape. I just stuck it on the side of my desk, so I didn't have to use any more electrical tape. I just reused it. It'll be alright. So go ahead and take both of those off. And there are these two little releases on the side of the connector. You can see me getting with my thumbs. If it's too hard to get with your fingers, then just use your little flathead screwdriver. But you're just going to want to push on them towards the outside. So yeah, just push those out and the ribbon cable should slip right out. Alright, so now we're going to work on getting this guy. So first you're going to want to pry off these little arms that are holding the top part of it down. And so I use my flathead screwdriver for that. Kind of hard to see, but you can see I moved them off to the side there. So if you're having this issue, if you look closely at this little metal ring right here, you should see some black streaking, and I'm not sure whether it's oil or metal flakes or debris or what, but there's something in there that causes it to not work right, so that's why we're replacing it. So just pry up that little green part. And based on Polyend's documentation, the pictures that they sent me, seems like you just kind of break it off. And we're not trying to save this part, so just break it off. Go ahead and break it off. There we go. So now you're gonna pry up the little base. I tried to heat up the solder that was holding it in, but there was no way to heat up all the pins at once, so you really do just kind of have to pry it up and break it off. So this is where your pliers come in. I used wire cutters because it was what I had, but really anything will work. So just kind of roll it up, and the pins that are soldered in will break, and you just kind of rip it off. So you're left with the 5 holes, the 2 big ones on the side and then the 3 up top. And they'll have the leftover metal from the base of the potentiometer in it. So now your job is to clean that out. And this is where the desoldering pump would come in, if I had one. Because I had a terrible time trying to clean those through holes with just a soldering iron. So basically your goal at this point is just to clear the holes of any solder and any leftover metal from the base of the last potentiometer. By the way, feel free to dance. So yeah, I sped this section up 4 times the original speed because it took me way too long to do this. Where if I had a desoldering pump, it would have taken probably 1 minute. So just do it. Like, seriously, this probably took me about an hour to to get this. So just save yourself. Don't be an idiot like me. Yeah, I'm still trying to get all of it out. Buy the damn pump. Alright, so I finally got it all cleaned out. And all you have, I didn't document this, but all you have to do is just push the pot through the holes. If you have some leftover solder or something in through holes, you're going to have a little bit of trouble. So that's why I say get the pump. But you should be able to just push it straight in. And then you can see here, I'm kind of showing you, you'll see the metal tab things sticking out the other side. And you want to make sure that the pot is sitting flush. It's not tilted to one side or anything like that. You want to make sure that it's level, otherwise you might have some trouble with your knob. So then just go ahead and solder those puppies in. Yeah, I know my big dumb pink head is blocking everything, but you know, if you know how to solder, then you don't need to see this anyway. So after you solder those 5 little joints, all that's left to do is just put it back together. I put the knob back on first, but you don't have to do that. You can put it on last if you want. So go ahead and put all the screws in and slip the ribbon cable back into the connector. And make sure that you push in the releases on the side. They'll still be popped out from before, so just push them back in and it'll lock it down. Then just put the tape back on it the way it was. Then put on the outside cover. It helped me to go from the back first, the side with the connectors and SD card and all that. So just get those right, and then the rest of it will just kind of slip into place. Put the rest of the screws on, and bada bing, bada boom. All right. Let's hope she works. Hopefully I didn't screw it up too bad. Turn on my little battery here. Come on. Yes. It turns on. Oh, beautiful. Oh, it feels much better too. There's not hardly any wobble. It's nice and solid. Alright, let's see. This is where it really counts. Start. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. Oh. 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 I am thrilled. That is incredible. Oh my god, there's no way I could do that before. Oh, wow. This is what it's like to actually own a tracker that works. Oh, who would have thought? Thanks for watching. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions about it, I'd be glad to help you. Do whatever I can. So, peace. Keep on keeping on. Cheers. What do people say at the end of videos? I don't know. Whatever. Bye.